looking console. However, the thing is that it doesn't actually perform better as far as I remember because the cooling is worse. So if you do a long gaming session, right? I could be wrong. I'm not at all a PS4, PS5 expert, and I don't even own one.
Oh, that's
Has less gigabytes too. Yeah, less storage as well. Yeah, that would make sense. I love that the PS5 base version had a terabyte, right? It did have that. Yeah? I think that's cool. I mean, it's kind of required, right? To be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, why doesn't it have like 2 terabytes? Like, I mean, it's not that much more expensive for the amount of things to put 2 terabytes in. Especially with the markup that they're selling that bullshit for. But I mean, at least it's not 500 gigs, because like, you can only have like 4 games on there. And it's not worth it, yeah. Oh, I'm not even thinking about the digital version, the one without this drive. I'm thinking about like that there is someone who knows more about this should probably just smart about it. I don't know. But there is like a newer one that's slimmer. And when I say newer, it's not actually like that new. It's like the same console basically in the marketing. This is the problem. The marketing doesn't reflect, like the marketing is a little bit disingenuous, I think. Because they basically just stealth patch the base version. Anyway. But yeah, I'm not talking about the digital version. I do know about the whole thing with the digital versus the disc drive. Also on the PS5 Pro, right? It doesn't come with a disc drive, so for that one, you have to buy the disc drive separately, and then you have to install it, which I guess is fine, but it ends up being more expensive, right? Because they're like, well, you don't need this, so we're gonna sell a disc drive for like $100 or whatever it is. If you look at how easy it is to install, like you don't even have to screw anything on, I don't think. Like you just think, okay bro, couldn't you just have, I mean, I don't even like care that much, but it's like, it's not extra basically. It's like supposed to, like, it's like, you know, it's like a necessary accessory basically. It's like, oh, do you want to get like a bicycle lock or bicycle lights with your bicycle? No bro, I think I'll just ride, I think I won't lock my bike. I think I'll just, and have no lights on the bike as well. Like it's you're buying them together. I'm right, they lead you on with a new design with the same bullshit. Yeah. And then the PS5 Pro is so expensive. Holy shit. It's like $900 in my region. $900. Holy shit. Now you can't really buy a PC for that anymore due to how the market is right now. But at one point you could buy a PC for that. Maybe like a year ago, around when the PS5 Pro launched, you could buy a PC for that. It wouldn't be like a crazy PC, but it would have the potential of being upgradable in the future. So in the future you could, like, if you got a better job, or if you know, if you were a student and then finally got a job, then you could save up to buy like a massive GPU and put it in there, right? And then you would have a sick PC from that $900 PC. don't think it's $900 at most places. Oh yeah, it's $900 in Denmark. This is really good. Reset. Okay. 8 GB RAM for that. Yeah, RAM is expensive right now. Also, like the whole DDR5 platform seems quite expensive. Motherboards and CPUs are quite low price. Right? Fair enough. Actually, I will agree with you on CPUs. CPUs seem fine for price. I guess it's just that it's like, you know, you have to buy a motherboard, which is like kind of dead. I get that a motherboard is not that expensive, but it's like, it's kind of a lot, right? Like it's, like I guess it depends on which model you get. Oh shit, Clinic. I'll play it for you. Got an X870 board, $200. Well, paying $200 for a piece of plastic, I guess. Like, I was, you know, we were talking about a $900 budget. So I don't know where the 900 is gonna come from. If you're gonna buy 200, if you're buying a $200 motherboard, like we were talking about, you know, to replace a PS5. And yeah, this would even be a US price, and the PS5 Pro doesn't cost $900 in the US. So this motherboard would be much more expensive in Denmark, probably like 250 or 300. Have RNG. Dude, RGB on a motherboard is the worst shit ever. I have like 9 fucking random little RGB LEDs on my motherboard, and they annoy the shit out of me because they are on as long as the power supply is plugged into the wall. I need to actually I need to fucking pull it out of the, oh well, I can turn it off on the back. I need to turn it off on the back so I can sleep at night. Or like if I want my room to be dark at night. Turn it off in BIOS. Oh! Wait, I can probably do that as well, I guess. I never thought about that. Holy shit. Thank you for the tip. I'm gonna try that. I think it looks like shit anyway. Any RGB without a diffuser on it looks shit. Like some sort of plastic diffuser that's gonna make the light like look good. What brand motherboard? I have a Rock motherboard. Told you that, yeah. I paid. What did I pay? I paid like 130 bucks for it or something. 1,000 Danish crowns. I guess it's more like 140. Motherboards are kind of a piece of shit though, because like something that they don't talk about is USB bandwidth, and I feel like a fucking like crackpot scientist when I talk about USB bandwidth, but it's an actual real thing. And because you need quite a lot of USB devices to stream, like I can't use a webcam with my current motherboard. Because it's too much bandwidth or whatever, because I have like all sorts of shit plugged in, like I have 2 mice plugged in, one wireless and one wired. I guess I could narrow that down by just getting a like one mouse. But I like having my Logitech G502 plugged in, because it has the free scroll wheel and I can like use it from my bed, for example, if I'm watching YouTube. So it has like dual purpose in that, both for like, because I don't want to damage the scroll wheel on my main mouse. Like the mouse that I use for playing, I don't want to overuse the scroll wheel from scrolling documents and so on. So I need a different mouse for scrolling. This is actually like a like something that people should be doing, by the way. If you use the scroll wheel at all for a game, you should be using a different mouse if you're browsing the web, so that you don't wear out the scroll wheel, because if you're using the scroll wheel, then the scroll wheel is going to die before any other part of the mouse. So if you don't want to have to like get to that point where the scroll wheel gets to a point where it's unusable, and you basically need to buy a new mouse just because the scroll wheel is dead, which is what I had to do with my Razer Viper Ultimate. The scroll wheel died, everything else was working completely fine on it, but because the scroll wheel died, I had to buy a new mouse. The click broke before the scroll, but yeah, that's because it's a Logitech and they use shit switches. They don't even make their, or at least on that model that you had. So I think that explains that. Logitech switches are so fucking bad. And it's not even those, just like the on-run ones, they're just fucking terrible. I mean, if it's on a cheap mouse, then it's fine, but anything over $100, it shouldn't be on. Because that mouse mouse is gonna be lucky to last 1.5 years or something like that. So unlucky panic, but GG on the PB. 23 is good. Oh, you're getting close to a true PB, aren't you? I think your true PB is like a 22 something, or is it 23 something? What's your PB again? I can't remember, would you have a 22? Because I checked the 22 with old route, but you can get it with... Oh yeah, Wooskip route. You did do Wooskip route, right? So you could have like a 22 something. 2309. Well, will industry conspiracy? Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on the mouse brand, but for Razer mice in particular, the clicks will last forever pretty much, unless you got a bad unit. Which I know there's a lot of people who got a bad unit, because quality control should be better, but also they are selling like 100 million mice a year, so there's gonna be thousands that will have problems. So I honestly don't think the quality control is that bad. It's not as bad as on like monitors. I feel like monitors still have the worst QC. Because they don't really cover it. They might say they cover it, but they actually don't. thing is, but like, because you can't ship it back, like, or you can, but like, it's fucking hard. Like, they make all the packaging like disposable, right? But then you need to repackage it to send it back. To make up for that badge, you see. These industries are so fucking terrible. Hopefully China comes and fixes it by just being like, you know, we don't pay our workers so we can undercut everyone. Hell yeah. Those Temu children factory workers are gonna be working overtime making fucking scroll wheels. Because I'm breaking them. I'm breaking so many scroll wheels. But yeah, if you use a scroll wheel a lot in a game, and you have experienced this thing where the scroll wheel starts to become different from what you're used to, then what you're experiencing is basically like the normal thing, right? Which is that the wheel will wear down. The thing is that as the wheel wears down, it starts to change how you have to use it, right? Which is gonna fuck with your muscle memory. So you can extend that by minimizing the use on the scroll wheel, by instead having an office mouse that you use for scrolling on the web. Which is why I have a G502, because it has a really nice scroll wheel. G502 scroll wheel is amazing, I love it. I don't really like the buttons on it though, because you can't have two fingers on one button. So you can't auto-flight click. Good morning, Grant. I listened to some of the songs that you sent on Worm's Discord, and they were pretty good. I didn't listen to the 55-minute one though. You had a G502 scroll wheel, you'd go through your hentai collection too fast. Nah, dog, my scroll wheel would wear out before I reach the bottom of mine. Those 50 million inputs or whatever, those would be gone before I reach the half point. P502 is a brick. Yeah, we're talking about using a secondary mouse for office work, so you don't wear down the scroll wheel on your gaming mouse. So we're not talking about a main mouse, we're talking about having a mouse specifically so that you don't wear down the scroll wheel on your main mouse, because that's what happens if you use your main mouse scroll wheel for reading documents, browsing the web, Instagram, whatever. Because what happens when the... Dude, I'm explaining this like 5 times. When the scroll wheel wears down, it starts working differently. So it starts skipping inputs and you're gonna have to adapt your muscle memory to it. When the sensor wears down, or when the clicks wear down, they usually are just wearing down until they don't work anymore. But the scroll wheel will still work, but it will have these intermittent fuck-ups, right? So like, as soon as the scroll wheel starts to have intermittent fuck-ups, it's basically useless for running. So it will... So as soon as you have that, you basically have to buy a new mouse. And the button should last at least longer than the scroll wheel if you do use the scroll wheel. But I know a lot of people don't use the scroll wheel for games. So yeah. P502s are so cheap. Well, I think that's because you're comparing it with very expensive knives. But yeah, it's not too bad actually. I'm using the OP1 AK, but it's a wired one. $35 bucks? Really? G502, I guess that's not the wireless one. What is it? Light speed one. G502 light speed. What is it for me? On sale. It's 80, 70 or 80 bucks for me. The G502 light speed. The G502 light speed is the newest model. The G502 Hero is older. Oh, you're just talking the wired ones? Yeah. Fair enough. I guess wired would be fine for office work. So specifically for my workflow, I need a wireless one because I'll be using like a remote control basically. Joint teeth is gonna be huge. Yeah, it might. I think the hallmark of a new or like a thing that you can look for is if everything in the song sounds the same, then it's gonna be huge. Yeah. Not a fan of wireless mouse. Yeah, again, I'm talking about a secondary one. Because if you main a G502, then you're kind of just like, okay, I mean it's fine, I'm not gonna joke about it, like, but maining a G502 in 2026 is crazy. With the raid? You do? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, the G502 it's so big though, that's the problem. You can't do some things that you would want with it. But again, I guess it depends on what you play. Mega lol, that's a crazy, scary raid message. You guys, hey La Miesta and Clef Eddie the 10th. Bug on the runs, thank you. It's fucked up, what's fucked up? The G502 or Mega LOL? I guess Mega LOL. But also, yeah, the G502 is fucked up. Not loose? Yeah. Okay. It's not something that I listen to often, no, because it's a little too much. I like some of the ones that they did with, I can't remember if they only did one or if they did multiple, but with Poppy. Those are pretty sick. I don't remember what they're called, what it's called. Songs. It's a crazy emote, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder whose idea it was to come up with that, like... Dude. Like a Cthulhu Pepe guy that is like yapping. Left. Alright. We couldn't give into them for years because of their vocals. The new track with Denzel Curry Fisher Brain and now I did actually listen to that one, I think. I didn't really think too much of it though. It was fine. Oh, I looked down here. Oh, it's fine. Oh, I'm in green! Hey! Yeah, thank you for the raid. If I had a use something, I think I probably read that message, but I forgot. Tears of the Kingdom cell. Did you? I don't know if you played Breath of the Wild, but is it as good as that one? Because holy shit, Breath of the Wild is one of the best games I played. Just wandering around and fucking Hyrule or whatever the place is called. Oh, I love those types of games. The games that other people call empty. Those are the games I love. Oh, no! Come on, man. Oh. I got caught. Ultimately, that's what he said. I played Breath of the Wild, played 100% multiple times, really good. And now we're trying to do 100% this one. You enjoyed a lot. I loaded a save instead of using a new game. And now I'm... Okay. Confusion. I just cast a confusion spell on myself. I do that like every 8 minutes or so. Holy shit. Where am I again? Try Tears of the Kingdom. Hold it empty in water. Oh, that was where it was. Yeah. Yeah, people also say that Skyrim is too boring. Skyrim is like my favorite game of all time. Other than this one. And yeah, that game is completely empty. Wait, why is this guy running there? Turn. Thought there were a billion NPCs to gamble. That is true. Yes, Skyrim is not that empty. And Skyrim has that like a goofy charm. Like enemies or NPCs walking into traps and just getting blasted. Like, come on, that shit is so fucking funny. And don't even let me get me started on Oblivion. Holy shit. Oblivion Remastered is the best game I've played since Elden Ring. Since Elden Ring. Might even be better than Elden Ring. Dude, that game is so fucking bad. It's amazing. I love it. Dude, just all random, like you kill a corpse, right? Or you kill a guy, and the guy has like an important item that you need for a quest, and he just randomly bugs out and flies in the sky, so you can't loot his corpse, and you can't complete the mission, dude. Complete cinema. Hell yeah. 10 out of 10 would play that shit again. Fuck, man. Man. This shit is so fucking funny. On 360 on Skyrim. Skyrim on console must have been quite bad, I'm not gonna lie. Especially because you can't mod it. Well, you can actually, but yeah. I mean, modding is kind of a hit or miss though, because like you end up spending more time modding it than playing it. That being said, the fact that you can just like download like mod packs essentially now, but I have never given that a try. Makes it a lot better. Game to play in this day and age, actually, because you have to like it, or you have to. It's man, it's hard because games have become so good, right? I feel like back then I was just playing a bunch of random shit, right? I would play like literally just whatever I knew existed, and nowadays, like I feel like I know about all the games that get like the highest reviews and shit, and so what you're fed is like all of the best games of all time, basically. And so Skyrim has, it's like still so dated. I mean, it's awesome, but like, are you gonna spend 500 hours on a Skyrim playthrough when you can go play Stellar Blade, Rise of the Moon, and whatever, fucking go to Yode, go to GMS, or fucking E33, Doom, like so many games, you know? Astrobot. Duolingo. Oh wait, that's Duolingo. Crazy. Do you have the 5,000 day streak? This is, I mean, I need to reset here. I'm just kind of like A-gang my way through. I lost 4 seconds here. This is the hardest part of the game. Not even joking, the tutorial is probably the hardest part of the run. Other than maybe the oval. Never used it once. Oh, I see. I think I do remember this event. I tried it back in the day, 10 years ago or something. I completed the Danish course on there. Whoa, crazy. It was in Denmark, I thought. Oh, I'm moving like a clanker again. What's this? Okay, don't turn. Don't turn. Ah! No! Come on, man! I want to play the game! Ah! Skyrim was really amazing by the time it came out, yeah. Same thing with Oblivion. Oblivion Remastered is actually good though. I think people can enjoy that in day and age. Only problem with it is the performance is kind of bad when you come around. I played through it with like the frame generation, and it looked fine, but there were so many visual artifacts. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I had to turn on frame generation for it to be playable, which I don't like, especially because like the frame generation is not good when your base frame rate is 40 and you need it to get to 60, and it's FSR and not even DLSS, because you can't do DLSS in the game unless you have a 32 GPU or above. even though the DLSS works just fine on Skyrim with a mod. Like you can get DLSS to work on like a 1660 Ti, I think, on Skyrim with a mod. On the Oblivion Remastered, you need a 30 series GPU to get DLSS working. The 4th and Ultrasound, which has horrible well, if you don't have like a 30 series or 40 series or 50 series, wait, 30 I mean 40 series, because yeah, I have a 30 series. You need a 40 series or a 50 series card to use sorry. If you have a 30 series card, then you can only use XL, which has really bad effects. I mean, I can continue a 37 window, but I'm not going to continue a 37 window with a crew turn because that's 2 seconds loss on top of that. Crew turn, like if crew doesn't turn, then it's fine. Then I only lost like 1 second. But if it turns, then I really need the time save now because there's like no fucking time save left. Like, yeah, I have a death on gunport. That if I don't die there, I'll save like 3 seconds. But that's the only like real time save I have, other than Yoda being below average. But then that still means that I need to not make mistakes anywhere else in the run to be able to PB by like 11 seconds. Video turns, but it's okay because I have I'm gonna do window jump. That didn't work. So now I should probably fucking reset. A low 119 is good. Or a high 118. Or 41 even. 40. So much. Like really real now. Like, okay, I can lower it by 1 or 2 seconds, but other than that, it's like actually showing like this is like the actual best possible time from this point onwards. Which is basically to say that yeah, on average I'm gonna be losing like a second per minute of gameplay. Realistically, this like PBing from this position is not possible. Like realistically, it shouldn't be deep, you know. Okay, nice. We did this. Why can't I get past him there? Hell no. Go, sir. I was Adelaide. Still was in Australia. Adelaide, right? I know you had the encounter with the scooter man. Having a nice outside world for one man. Holy shit, bro, sleeping on the streets. Dude, that's crazy. 4 hours until it opens. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh yeah, I guess it's summer, right? In Australia. So it's not that... how's the... like, is it cold outside at night? I guess it's not. Do you think it's fine, right? It's kind of warm. Cool. Yeah. I was just thinking... Is bro sitting out there at -10 degrees? Like, imagine back in... I guess Spain is also warm, like, relatively, but, like, right now in Spain, isn't it also, like, pretty cold at night? Bro's gonna fucking die. Also, don't get fucking murdered by a kangaroo. Those guys are vicious.